Wardour people, I'm fully active in the Cranborne Chase National Landscape, taking on an epic ride to an old ruined castle with a special guest, Neil. Neil, introduce yourself to the community.
Hey, I'm Neil from Neil's World. We're talking about financial journeys. I'm just joining along with the maroon lifestyle today just to get a tour of my local area, and just stay tuned to see what we've got in store for you.
That is it. Let's do it. Right, I think this is the Campton Abbas airfield. Well, this is the Campton Abbas airfield, so we're going to go and check it out. You can get flight lessons here. There's a cafe as well.
This airfield is a unique place to stop and enjoy the beautiful views and observe the comings and goings of aircraft from the light aircraft community. The Fontmell and Melbury Downs in Dorset is a landscape for all seasons. You can find an array of wildlife and archaeological features to explore.
So we're heading on to the Oxgrove Way, heading up to Wingreen Hill, which is the highest point within the Cranborne Chase National Landscape.
On Wyn Green, you can find panoramic views for miles over the Vale of Wardour. At 911 feet above sea level, it is the highest hill within Cranborne Chase. Kestrels hover and red kites soar above, while below cowslips and frog orchids bloom in spring and early summer.
Yeah, man. Right, yes. Yeah, so we're just enjoying the scenery at the minute. But it's really good to have Neil on board with us. Neil, can you just... How long have you been in the finance business then? Just let us know what's going on.
About six to 7 years now, taking on the financial world itself. And finance is a thing that has always, well, should always be of interest to everyone. You know, it's like your health. No one pays attention to it until it gets bad. Where your financial fitness should be of interest to you at all times. So when my wife and I were trying to get things together to get our first place, that's when financial literacy was like, you know what, I needed to be able to get myself better financially educated, you know, to provide an early retirement lifestyle for myself and my wife and my family itself, have my kids have a better start than I did. So that's where that stems from. And just like I'm here today, you're probably wondering why a financial person is out cycling with the Maroon Traveller. But it's because just like your health, it's a lifestyle. Yeah. Your finances should be a part of your daily check-ins. Yeah. Just like you check your banks daily, if you don't, you should do. Get a regular checkup with your doctors, your vehicles and stuff like that. Same with your finances. So everyone should be thinking about their finances and how to plan their early retirement or their retirement in general, yeah, and what you want to do. And if you're earning, say, $1,500 per month now, and if you find it a challenge to survive monthly, how much more challenging would it be surviving on half of that when you're retired? And that's where the whole financial game and understanding of your finances and what it means to be retired and having passive incomes should be of interest to everyone.
The Oxgrove route in Wiltshire and Dorset area is an ancient droving route. These routes were vital for transporting animals to markets such as those along the channel where cattle could be shipped to supply the Royal Navy. Today, the Ox Drove is popular for walking, cycling, and horse riding, offering scenic views into the area's history.
So Neil, just for the community to understand, so with your background and you sharing valuable information in your channel, how long have you actually, well, how much outdoorsy stuff do you actually do, like the maroon lifestyle? Because
I do running, cycling, I'm massive into CrossFit as well.
you know,
I train every single morning, 5 days a week, except for the weekends. So this is me doing something outside of my norm.
I think he's showing off, people. He doesn't.
I'm an early morning person.
He doesn't look like he trains 5 days a week.
Rise and seize the day. So
Nah.
early in the morning I'm up.
Not having that. Yes, people. So we're here on the Oxgrove Way. We've been on here for quite a few. How many kilometers now? Probably
14.
we've been on what? Probably past 14k.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're on the Oxgrove Way now, guys, and basically this route used to be used back in the Iron Ages to herd cattle between Wilton, Salisbury Market, back in the days. However, once we go further up through this tree line, I'll try to show you some views, but we're sort of like in between two counties at the minute. So we have Wiltshire on the left, and we've got Dorset on the right. Okay, people, we just stopped for a water break. We just got off of the Oxgrove Way. So we're going to keep going now to a village called West End until we start handrailing the River Ebble. But the River Ebble is actually one of the 5 rivers of the city of Salisbury. So let's keep going and see what the rest of the route has to offer. But so far, very good views. Neil's loving it, in his element.
Indeed, it's been good.
That is it. So we're going to keep going, and we'll see you soon. Bloody hell, Neil, get out of the way. Come on, I'll with you. I'm joking. Just take it steady. Oh, it's quite steep here, isn't it? Oh, you got in a turbo mode. Is that turbo mode, is it? Slow down. I think that's the way I go. Fucking. Keep going, keep going. Should be coming up to the right now. Yeah, so I think it's somewhere down there. Yeah, that is it. Right.
Gallows Hill is a site of special scientific interest on the north side of the Ebble Valley. It lies within the Cranborne Chase and West Wiltshire Downs area of outstanding beauty.
Neil got a bit tired, so I had to wait around for him. So we're on top of Gallows Hill now. We just had some food. Neil's feeling sorry for himself, so I thought good opportunity to make sure he gets some rest and ask him a few questions. Anyway, Neil, what would you say the difference with your background and experience? What's the difference from saving and actually investing?
Well, it's a massive difference, to be honest. With savings, it's good because you have the cash in the bank and quick access to it. But you're not in line with inflation. So inflation is eating away at the value of the money in the bank, as well as the interest rate you get on that money in the savings account isn't as good as if you were investing in, say, the S&P 500 or you're buying an ETF.
So
Which,
for people who are not familiar with those terminology, what are those?
so it's exchange traded funds. So these are a basket of different stocks options within one ETF. You can just buy that. And it's the easiest way to invest anyways. It's always better to have a balance. So if I had £100 or £10 to invest or to save, I would rather invest £8 and save £2. And that way I've got an emergency funds and I've got exposure to the stock market. So never put all the eggs in one basket.
Well, thank you for that. We're just going to head off from Gallows Hill now, head down towards old Wardour Castle, do a bit of exploring in the area. Then we're going to shoot off from there, have some refreshments, and carry on with the route. We're just going to head down to old Wardour Castle now. It's a 14th century ruined castle. But just a quick snapshot of its history. It was built as a luxurious residence rather than, you know, how the castles are normally built in a fort style. Oh. Yeah, so it was built for more luxury. All right. So guys, this is a very popular route for cycling. So if you ever want to come check out Old Wardour Castle and the surrounding area, I think some of this path borders between Wiltshire and Dorset, as I mentioned before earlier. But perfect route, perfect opportunity to come and check out the national landscape.
Considering this morning it was quite dark and I was thinking it was going to rain.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a wonderful day.
Yeah, awesome day.
Shave Lane is a charming byway that leads to Old Wardour Castle, an old residence known for its innovative design and romantic ruins. Man has inhabited this area since prehistoric times, with Bronze Age burials, Iron Age hill forts, and Saxon bed burials all found in the local area.
Are these speed bumps or steps?
Built by John Lord Lovell, Old Wardour Castle was a 14th century luxury residence for the Lovell family until confiscated by Edward IV during the War of Roses, 1455 to 85. The Arundel family then purchased Old Wardour in the 16th century and upgraded it into a fortified mansion. The Arundels then lost the castle during an English Civil War and later recaptured it, causing significant damage. The courtyard provided access to all areas of the castle. At its center was a well that was essential for its water supply. There were a dozen bedchambers arranged over 5 stories, including suites of rooms for the Lovells and their guests. In the 18th century, the Arundel family transformed the ruins into a landscaped park and built New Wardour Castle nearby a neoclassical country house, while Old Wardour became a ruin admired for its beauty.
Okay, people, welcome to the New Wardour Castle. It looks slightly similar to Storred. Do you think it looks similar to Storred Mansion?
I believe so.
It does, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Built between 1769 and 1776 for Henry Arundel, the 8th Baron Arundel of Wardour. The house is considered one of the finest Palladian houses in Wiltshire. New Wardour Castle is approximately 0.75 miles from Old Wardour Castle, which was left as a landscape feature within the parkland of the new castle.
okay, people, we just left, well, we probably left about, what, half an hour ago?
Yeah, half an hour.
Half an hour ago, so we're doing a few inclines now, so legs are starting to burn a bit. But we're heading towards Shaftesbury. Is Shaftesbury a village or a town? We're heading to the town of Shaftesbury. There's this cafe up there which we were planning on doing resupply mission, get a warm drink, but highly likely it's going to be closed when we get there, but we're going to keep pushing. And you got anything to say to the community?
You should definitely get out and explore.
That is it. I'm out. That was cheeky.
It is. Downhill.
This is the man that goes to gym 7 days a week, people. He was bragging earlier, said he did loads of spinning.
True.
Cycling.
Yes.
Gym 7 days a week.
Yes.
We've been climbing for the past 15 minutes, I'd say. But it's not a really steep climb, it's just a gradual.
And it
But
burns.
yeah, it burns. So I think we're somewhere between 150 to 200 meters above sea level now. And so far, so good. What do you think about the route so far, Neil?
It's been really good. Really good route.
Would you recommend it?
Yes. Despite the challenges, it's good.
You need to have good fitness level for this one, guys, because it's really hilly. So bear that in mind. However, I'll put the route up on the screen, so when you do come, make sure you got loads of water with you, and plan a few pit stops as well. Places to get supplies, there's loads of places around. Or you can just do what we're doing, pack everything you need and just roll through. Right, so let's try to make sense out of this. Me just go have a look down here, so. Shut.
Everything's shut.
Yeah, the museum. So Neil's decided, so we have a race. So we're just having a race now, and as you can see, he's trying his hardest to catch me, but it's not happening today.